Hidden in the lost bus's first 10 minutes. A clue that predicts the ending. Missed it? Let's blow your mind. There was fire everywhere. Flames surrounded the entire area with no way out. People ran in every direction, desperate to escape. In the middle of this chaos, a man named Kevin struggled to drive a school bus full of children to safety. Would he be able to save them? To find out, we go back to where it all began. The story starts in November 2018. Kevin, the main character, works as a school bus driver. His job pays very little, and life is already difficult for him. He lives with his mother and his young son, who never listens to him. No matter how many times Kevin tells him to go to school, the boy refuses. On top of that, their pet dog falls sick. Kevin takes it to the hospital and thinks to himself that when problems come, they come from every direction. Still, he refuses to give up. The next morning, he goes back to work as usual, picks up the children, and drives them to school. The city he lives in is called Paradise, located in California, a place known for its dry and hot weather. On the nearby mountains, electrical poles stand tall. Suddenly, a short circuit occurs in one of the wires, sending sparks into the dry grass below. In seconds, the grass catches fire. Because of the strong wind, the flames spread rapidly toward the forest that surrounds the city. The people of Paradise are unaware of the danger racing toward them. After dropping off the children, Kevin plans to take the bus to the garage for repairs. Meanwhile, the fire expands quickly. Police officers spot the flames and alert the fire brigade. Firefighters arrive, but struggle to reach the fire since it's high up on the mountain. Still, they try their best to climb from another route. While all this is happening, several workers get trapped in the fire. Kevin, still unaware of the situation, receives a call from his mother. She tells him that his son is vomiting and needs to go to the hospital. Kevin assures her that he's nearby and already picking up medicine. He skips the garage and drives straight toward the medical store. By now, the smoke is clearly visible in the sky above the city. Authorities realize that the wind is blowing toward them and that the fire will soon reach the residential area. Police gather to discuss how the fire started. Wildfires are common in American forests, but this one spread alarmingly fast. They soon discover that power lines were still active when the sparks flew. The fire brigade angrily confronts the electricity department, blaming them for not cutting the power in time. The department immediately shuts off all electricity to prevent further damage. FBI officer stuck in the fire informs the firefighters that nearby houses are burning and people need help. Without waiting, he starts rescuing residents by loading them into his own car. Meanwhile, the fire covers an area of nearly 5 kilometers. Kevin's boss calls him, asking if the bus from the garage is ready since school will close early due to the emergency. Kevin hasn't even reached the garage. He's already heading home. The fire trucks can no longer reach the flames, so helicopters and airplanes are used to drop water from above. But the fire is too strong. They request more aircraft support. As the FBI officer drives people to safety, he realizes the fire has surrounded him from all sides. He quickly tells everyone to jump into a nearby pond to protect themselves. Kevin finally understands the seriousness of the situation when he sees emergency vehicles rushing toward the fire. He calls his son and tells him to stay inside no matter what happens, as smoke now fills the streets. At school, the children watch the dark clouds from their classroom windows. A teacher named Mary gathers them together to keep them calm. Many parents rush to pick up their children, but 22 kids remain stranded because their families can't reach the school. That a staff member announces that any driver with an empty bus must return to pick up the remaining children. No one responds, except Kevin. He radios back, promising that he's on his way to rescue them. He drives to the school as fast as he can. Mary gets on board with the children, agreeing to help. Their destination is Chico, a safer area outside the fire zone. Kevin drives. The roads clog with heavy traffic. Everyone is trying to escape at once. The jam lasts for hours and night falls. Realizing they can't stay stuck any longer, Kevin steps out and begins clearing the path by pleading with other drivers, telling them there are children on board. Slowly, people make way, and he manages to get the bus moving again. They pass through burning neighborhoods. Houses crumble in flames. Smoke turns the sky pitch black. The heat becomes unbearable. The children start crying. Mary tries to calm them, but their thirst worsens. Kevin stops the bus near a gas station where the fire is slightly weaker. Mary rushes into a nearby house to look for water bottles. Suddenly, there's an explosion at the fuel station. She screams but manages to grab enough water for the children before escaping. The fire grows even more intense. Visibility drops to 0. Still, Kevin drives forward, relying only on instinct. Back at the Chico camp, worried parents wait anxiously. They pray for their children's safety. Inside the bus, Kevin finds the road ahead completely blocked by fire. He considers abandoning the vehicle, but with 22 children, running on foot is impossible. He and Mary decide to wait until the fire slows down. The smoke becomes toxic, so Kevin rips his t-shirt into pieces, soaks them in water, and hands them to the children to cover their noses. Meanwhile, fire officials admit that the blaze is beyond control. They stop trying to extinguish it and focus solely on rescue operations. The media broadcast their statement, assuring everyone that every trapped person will be saved. Inside the bus, Kevin and Mary share their fears, thinking it may be their final night. But then, Kevin notices a slight decrease in flames. He makes one last attempt. At first, the engine refuses to start. He keeps trying until the bus finally roars to life. With sheer courage, he drives straight through the fire. Burning trees fall dangerously close, but somehow the bus pushes through. At last, they emerge from the flames and reach safety. When the bus arrives at the Chico camp, parents burst into tears of relief. They thank Kevin and Mary for risking their lives to protect the children. Kevin immediately searches for his family. He finds his mother, who tells him that his wife has taken their son with her. Days later, once the fire is finally brought under control, Kevin returns to the ruins of his burnt house. He looks at the charred remains and finds old family photos. Just then, a car pulls up. His wife and son step out. They hug tightly, grateful to be alive. Having witnessed such a tragedy, Kevin and his wife decide to reunite and rebuild their lives together. The disaster taught them the true value of family. And with that, the story comes to an first 10 minutes. There's a quick shot of the bus number reflected in a puddle. Except the reflection shows the number reversed. It's not just a visual trick. That shot quietly tells us everything. The journey we're watching isn't moving forward. It's heading backward. From that moment on, every coincidence and every wrong turn wasn't a mistake. It was destiny pulling them toward the same place they were trying to escape. The movie didn't just tell a survival story. It warned us that not all escapes lead forward. Some take you right back where you started. If this recap changed your mind about the Lost Bus smash like. If it didn't, fight me in the comments. Be subscribed to enjoy more movies. Our next one might ruin your childhood.